What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bro-Ins podcast. I know we've been gone for a long time, but that's coronavirus's fault. I'm blaming it on that because we couldn't do online things because of coronavirus, right? The good thing
the CDL
is
now.
The CDL is back. So it kind of did delay us because there was no CDL and the news was very minimal. There wasn't much going on.
Not a lot of content.
The CDL is finally back, and we just had the first event again. It was the Dallas home series online, and so we
was it hosted on Dallas servers? Is that why it's a home series?
Yeah, is that what you get? Instead of a home field crowd, like home field advantage, you get to host every match. Oh, that's perfect. I like
that'd be so
idea.
bad.
I love that idea, actually.
Well, they'd always win.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna have 16 Dallas home series this year. Yeah, whoever can pay the most money gets to host it.
Oh dang, bro!
You know Activision would go for that. They're like, yeah, the money. Let's say,
give
yeah,
me more money.
Yeah, Dallas gets it every week. Anyways, it was a pretty exciting event being online. You know, we didn't get to watch the guys on stage. We didn't get to see the crowd going crazy. We didn't get the casters in person and all that good stuff. But I think it went pretty well for what it was. And I mean, you think about a production like that they've only had they announced the online 2 weeks maybe ago,
2 or 3 weeks
that they were
ago.
going to go online, and then they had to put it all together in 2 weeks. That's pretty good.
No, it's great for production team. I know, like, we've complained. I've been complaining because I'm like the end user here. I'm like, give me my matches. How hard could it really be? But then also the production side of me, because it's what I do professionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough to pull all that together, especially being online and having to remote everything in and getting all these players to have everything they can. They want to do face cams. They want to do, listen ins and everything. They have to do there's a lot of steps they have to follow. So, big props to the production team for getting it done. It's still, for, like you just said, all things considered, I think it was really good for being online. Still not as good as a live event.
No, not even
never
close.
will be.
Not even close.
But for what it was, it's good. Like, it's better than watching other online tournaments.
I know the viewership took a big hit.
Oh, definitely, dude. It was like half.
That's because, I mean, you think of it like in the past, like a UMG online thing or a 2K whatever tournament that they did. Nobody watched. Like, I didn't even watch those.
No,
you know. This is a little bit different because it is the actual league, but it's still, when it's only online, it's kind of, people aren't as interested, I guess.
It's like, I'll catch the VODs or something later. It's not like important. I need to watch it now. Especially it was a little bit more boring because we didn't have the fan stuff. Like, we didn't hear cheering and everything.
We didn't get the what's it called? The hype battles, dude.
I'm okay with that though. Although, also, here's the thing: they took out hype battles, but they made the whole event last 3 days.
Yeah.
Dude, because all the other ones I think are lasting 2.
Yeah.
Like, the rest of them are all lasting.
It's got to be a money issue though.
Is it either money?
Like, they don't want to have to rent the venue for another day. Probably, when they're like, okay, we can get this done in 2 days. Let's not waste money renting another day.
Well, but I'm saying, like, I think the next home series are only 2 days, so maybe this is like a testing thing too. It was like, maybe like, hey, we have another day for broadcast if something fails.
They gave themselves extra time to figure out for O's.
So I can see that happening, but it was weird. Like, I was like, wait, I'm watching Call of Duty on a Friday again.
I know, it was great, dude. 3 days of
although, but it's still like, I wanted a couple more matches or something. But hey,
I still think that they're screwing up the finals bracket. The final, I
agree with
teams.
you. So I really picked up on it this weekend. Before, I was like, hey, about it, but this weekend I'm like, yeah, that kind of sucked. Like you screw up once in the finals and you're done for.
Yeah, Dallas and Huntsman both hadn't lost a game. And then you lose one, and you got Rocker and Florida that have both lost, and
they came out of losers.
Yeah, they came out of the losers, and
then knocked them out.
Right. That's that. You literally have to add 2 games, but it should be done that way.
It should be it should be double elim all the way up to the finals.
All the way.
Like they should have fought in losers and then brought them back to the final.
I mean, you should carry your record. So say that Rocker would have lost to, who'd they play? Dallas, right? They played Dallas
in the semifinals. Yeah.
If Dallas would have won, Rocker knocked out, right? But since Rocker won, Dallas only one loss. They should have went down and played. And so then so Huntsman and Florida played. If Huntsman won, Florida would be out, and then you would have like Dallas Huntsman play, and loser of that would play Rocker, or whatever Rocker, and then same thing. If one of the teams gets double eliminated out and one doesn't, they just move up, just get like a bye instead of. But if like it was like today, Huntsman and Empire lost, they should have played, and the winner of that should have played the loser of Rocker Florida, which was Rocker, and then it should have been a Florida and winner of that, and then the whatever double elimination bracket,
Yeah, I really noticed it this weekend because it did suck for Huntsman and Dallas to just get knocked out like that out of the guys out of the losers. But like I bet you anything they're just over there at the league. They're like, I hope they just get used to it. But I've been seeing a lot of like community uproar about it. Like, this is kind of dumb. And of course, granted, all the Huntsman fans are salty, but
sure.
But they did lose to Florida. Yeah, they're the fanboys, man. Yeah,
super fanboys.
Crazy weekend. I will say Seattle needs to step. There's every time we talk about Seattle, they need to step their search game up.
They do,
but they had a crazy hard point. Like, that was kind of insane. It was against Minnesota, right?
Yeah, that was one of the most exciting matches to watch, or one of the exciting maps to watch.
Yeah.
Whole weekend.
I just think Hackney Hardpoint is a very fun map to watch because it's super fast paced. It's up in the air almost all the time because of rotations, and sometimes spawns will play a part in that too. You got random lucky spawn, but man, like I've been this year, I think the most for some reason for me, I've been enjoying watching Hardpoint more because of the way they. Maybe I'm just picking more up on it, but for some reason this year has just been different for me with Hardpoint. Screw domination. But
I was fixing to say, can we get the domination garbage out of there?
Dude, capture the flag in, bro. It's in the pubs.
So
Come
much
on.
more fun to watch. Capture the flag.
And the capture flag isn't the most fun to watch, but it's better than domination.
For me, dude, I love capture the flag. Like, that used to be one of my favorite game modes there was.
Like, I remember competitive sniping in Modern Warfare 2, running marathon because I was a flag runner. like, dude, that was the game. But yeah, a lot of good matches. I feel it was good to have some more matches. Like, online or not, people are arguing if this counts as a chip or not.
Sure, it does.
But everyone on Twitter, of course, and so it's just. Like, people need to stop being salty. It is online. You have to get used to it. This whole thing is unprecedented.
Yeah, you Huntsman people, quit getting mad because your poor Scumpy lost out because he was playing too much Warzone. Okay.
Facts, dude. Ooh, hot takes with Colt.
Hot takes. I know me and you've already talked about that, and we even mentioned it before. But
yeah,
we predicted that Warzone would ruin the Huntsman. And we don't know if it has or not. They still made semifinals, but I feel like the Huntsman can just like show up half drunk and get the semifinals.
So, which is crazy to me. It's like I think we watched the finals together. We were in like a Discord VC. We watched it together, and you said what's crazy about the league is that it's like the way it's the way that's set up, or just the way the teams are. It's like it could be anyone beating them. Like it, and so it's like you see Rocker get 3-0'd by Chicago, and then Chicago gets 3-1'd by Florida, and it's just, and then Minnesota 3-1's Dallas. So I'm like all my power rankings are all screwed up.
They're really screwed
What's going on here? Like, I don't get all of it. But it's interesting, but yeah,
it makes it a lot more fun. Yeah,
like it does make it a lot more fun. It's more competitive. We don't have a team that's always dominating. We thought that was gonna be phased. Of course, they weren't here today for this weekend, but like
they did get dethroned though.
Minnesota,
I mean, you got to think about that. Minnesota dethroned them, but Dallas won that event. And then this event, freaking Florida beat Dallas and Rocker.
Yeah.
So does that mean that Florida could have beat FaZe this? Of course they could. You know, that's the good thing, is like FaZe is still seen as the top team, definitely.
Mhm.
But in this scenario of Florida having a good weekend, they could have beat FaZe and won this.
So, hey, I want to touch on something real quick. Did you see leading up to it the videos Ultra was posting? Like they're getting those cameo things from like different like actors and stuff, and they were talking smack to all of their opponents.
Really?
There's one they had John Lovitz like talk to Florida the Mutineers. It was amazing. Like that was content gold. Good job, Ultra.
Ultra
Like,
had another good one, didn't they? Like we talked about it probably before the LA one. Yeah, because it was when what was it?
Was it the Scumpy money?
Yeah. So the Gorillas put out that god awful one of Slasher and Aches just complimenting each other back and forth.
Yeah.
That was so terrible. And then Ultra put out the one with the guy like talking smack, and then like he got a letter from Hex, and then he just started talking about how good the Huntsmen were, nice gentlemen, and all that. Ultra puts out good content.
They do. Yeah, so they had John Lovitz do a cameo against Florida.
Yeah.
And they also had what's his name? He's a WWE wrestler. He's one of the, like the New Day guys. I know you don't know who they are. But also of course I pulled up Instagram to find those Ultra videos, and the first thing I saw was the Mutineers posting a meme of Florida 3-1ing Chicago and Hex's face. It's just wonderful. I love the smack talk.
Yeah, that's good.
And the memes are the best. But I'm glad we finally have some content to talk about. And also I will say, I said it earlier, when we were watching the finals, but I'm pulling for Rocker. A lot of events if Seattle doesn't make it, because they're a freaking family. They had like over 50 people in their Discord watching the games together. Like
nobody else is doing that. That's cool.
Like no one else is doing it. And it's like these guys are building up that fan base, and they're loyal, and it's really awesome to see. And that's why I like that, and I want to be a part of that, even though I do love Seattle more. Like that's what you want in these teams, and it's what we want to see. And so it's like, good job, guys. Gary V over here killing it. And it was sad to see them lose. I was pulling for them in the finals, but man, Florida was
mad if they won, but I was pulling for Florida.
But Florida was on fire. They were slaying out of their minds.
They were killing it.
And
how many different teams? Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, but I'm just like, I'm curious to see like what's going to go on with Preston.
He's definitely going to go to a different team.
I hope so, because I don't want to see his talent wasted. But because oh man, the one time that he had to step down for personal reasons, he got switched out, and they just kept the Mariner in.
I guess it worked out, but
it worked out for Florida, but it didn't really work out for Preston.
No, I'd like to see. Well, I mean, we're not working out. He's still getting paid.
No, true. Okay, you got a good point there. He's not seeing game time like he.
Yeah, he wants to play, but he's still getting paid. So it's kind of cool.
Those contracts are kicking in.
Yes, they are. That was worth it.
Like I'm on the bench, so I got a paycheck, right?
So how many teams do you think are going to start doing this Discord watch parties now? And once they find out Rocker did this and people liked it,
the only teams I can really see doing it properly, would be Chicago, maybe Dallas. I doubt. I
don't think Dallas is in the business of community. They've never Envy has had a fan base, but they've never engaged their fan base like others have.
So I can see Hex doing it for sure.
Yeah. Because I mean, especially if it's online, Hex would probably jump in there and hang out in there. Yeah. Which would turn into a crap fest, because you'd have 7,000 people in there.
And so that was the thing with Rocker was so everyone was muted. Only Midnight was talking.
Oh, okay.
They just had a chat, their own little chat channel for it. And so, but yeah, I can see Chicago doing it, and I'm trying to think of other people who'd play be of their community.
They literally all should do
FaZe.
Yeah, FaZe.
Yeah, they all should do it. No, I agree with you. They all should do it, but who would actually do it?
Yeah,
I can see Atlanta doing it.
How much? You paid $25 million to get into the freaking league. You can't have somebody working for you to go like set this up so that they can do it, you know. And like
It's a Discord. It's like two
Florida
channels.
has Maniac, you know, he's on their team.
Florida.
But
I think Maniac should do it.
Yeah,
that'd be
Maniac
great for
should do it.
Florida.
Yeah. X should do Chicago's because he would bring in the most people.
Well, anyone, like you can get Hitch to do it.
Yeah, you can get Hitch to do it. Mm-hmm.
Like and then like I will, of course, me being a Seattle fan, I would like to see Seattle do something like that.
Right.
But like all these other teams, I don't like.
You can get Karma to do it. He's not doing anything in game anyway. Oh no,
man, poor 3 rings, dude.
Yep. No, I don't think Karma's the problem.
His rings are just getting in the way. That's what it is.
Like he can't hit his trigger buttons anymore because he's got too many rings on. It's a sacrifice you got to make.
Yeah, like, but I can't really realistically, maybe because a lot of these teams, I don't know, they've like behind the scenes orgs on some of these teams, but like,
yeah,
like I feel like they're just like, oh yeah, just play the game. Like I don't see a lot of
money and we'll pay you.
Community, exactly. But that's how you get a fan base, and that's how you grow is by engaging the community. So they all should do it, but I don't think a lot of them will. Or if they try and do it, they'll do it very badly.
I mean, it's like the NFL. I think every NFL team, when the draft comes around, they have a draft party at their stadium. Not this year, they don't, but
true.
Every year, I think every NFL team has a draft party somewhere for all their fans. So, I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but Minnesota's been at the forefront of it. They've been doing watch parties at the local bars, like when they're doing the live events. Yeah. So that's like Minnesota's going to lead. Yeah.
It's all about getting the community connected because like Minnesota is Minnesota. Like
exactly.
Nobody is. I mean, rarely are people a fan of anything Minnesota, right? Because it's such a like a niche thing. Like if you're from Minnesota, like that's cool, but like people in Florida aren't going to be like, yeah, Minnesota, because it's not a flashy place. But when you start engaging your people like that and giving them value, people love it.
Exactly.
And people will become Minnesota fans just for that stuff.
Yep. So I want to see more of that, but you know, I still think we had a good weekend.
Yeah, it was a really good weekend.
I wish I was able to watch more. I just got busy, you know, like I said before, I work at a church, and as this weekend was Easter weekend, so it got a little busy, especially with everything switching online, because it's not just CDL switching online only, it's everyone. So it's been insane in the membrane.
Yes. Well, congratulations to Florida.
Yeah, congratulations F3.
I mean, they did. They played really well.
They did, dude.
I didn't see that there was an MVP picked.
I did not, because I bowed out of the live stream after once they were starting to go to the desk.
Well, so. even CDL Intel tweeted like Florida MVP is blank. So apparently they didn't announce one. I'm guessing. I don't know that they could announce it that quick, you know. But you don't have a venue to get out of. You could have stayed online and announced it. Goodness. Yeah. But who would have been yours?
MVP? Well, at least from Florida, it would probably be probably be Pharaoh.
Pharaoh?
Yeah.
That's fair. Oh.
Although I will say, like, yeah, I know, right? That thing is like, I was about to say, God RX was insane.
Like losing teams can have the MVP, right?
That's right. I know it doesn't always have to be the winning team,
right?
So I will say, you know what's going to be hard for us to get used to though is right after these events is seeing the pros who just played in said events go live.
Yeah.
Because I pull up Twitter, look for the MVP thing, and I just said Alec was going live with his brother, and I'm like, well, this is so weird.
I know they just got done. Well, he just got done playing earlier today, so
yeah. But you know, I think they have to wait till after CDL's done, like broadcasting.
Probably so.
And so, but it's still weird because like normally they're traveling. Like I'm not.
They're not even leaving until tomorrow to go back home.
Yeah. So it's just weird.
Yeah. Except, I mean, in this case, if they'd have been in Dallas, the Huntsmen, they all live in Dallas, so they would have been right there anyways. But yep.
Yeah, good job, Florida. Good job. Congrats.
Y'all did a fine thing this weekend.
Firm handshakes. Oh no, they definitely deserved it. They played out of their mind.
I mean, they're one of the most underrated. This is their second finals. They lost to FaZe and they won this one. I mean, 2 finals out of Florida. I bet you nobody would have given Florida more than 1 finals appearance on the year when this started.
Right.
Definitely.
So I just was sent by one of our good friends, Comp Fan, the Trollinator.
Mm-hmm,
He sent me a link to a tweet. It was about saying, "Oh, Chicago's coming up in a couple weeks, CDL."
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Florida said, "I guess we'll stay home and give Huntsman a chance at their own event." Love it, dude. We love the smack talk. We love the drama. So I'm all for it. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, it's good fun. I enjoy it, and I feel like Florida is one of the best at smack talk.
Oh,
Like,
they're pretty good.
Yeah, and they're halfway
And
backing
Ultra.
it up. So yeah, and Ultra's good too. Yeah,
But they just can't back it up.
yeah, they don't back it up none too well. Has Ultra even made a semifinals this year? I don't think so.
No, they barely made it past group play.
Yeah.
So
anyway, thank you everybody for watching this episode. It was fun to get back into it, and we hadn't talked in a little while about Call of Duty, so
yeah,
something that me and Matt both missed.
Definitely have missed it.
Yes. So, Matt, why don't you plug your things and stuff?
Okay, well, you guys can follow me on Twitter. It's Mr. Matato, MrMattato. I think I spelled that right. Same on Twitch and Instagram, all the fun stuff. Yeah. You're like, wait. I always like to tweet random things, maybe some memes. And in that streams, Call of Duty and Sea of Thieves. So everyone's been on the Warzone grind. I still like playing regular multiplayer. I'm one of the weird ones, I guess.
Committed comp fan.
Dude, committed, bro. Give me that CDL playlist all day.
All day.
But yeah, guys, if you want to come hang out, talk CDL stuff, I'm more than down.
Yep. I'm Colt45 on Twitter. Except the O is a 0. K0LT45. Weird.
Oh,
Somebody has the original
sense.
name. It's terrible. And I've actually streamed once the other night. I don't know that I'm committed.
It was really rare.
I don't know that I'm committed back into streaming, but I might be. We'll see this next week. I might stream a couple times this next week, but if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's just Colt45 on Twitch.
Heck yeah, brother.
Anyways, y'all have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.